Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 21 most forgotten animated series of each year between 2000 and 2020.
No one can withstand the destructive power of bunking their shit on a coffee table!
So, you two are lost kids with no purpose in life, right? Uh-huh.
Listen, I want you to go down to the street. I want you to fetch a homeless person. I want to compare him to Tim.
I'm on it. Aren't you busy?
Busy doing this.
For this list, we'll be looking at those hidden gems, nostalgic shows, and baffling experiments that have fallen through the cracks over time. Our ranking will go from the oldest to the most recent. Which animated series deserves more love? Let us know in the comments. 2000. God, the Devil, and Bob. When God looks down upon Earth one day and figures it's time to flick the off switch, the devil gets excited. However, the Almighty decides to put the end times on hold if Bob, who is admittedly not God's best work, can prove that humanity is worth saving.
You show me that the world's worth saving, and I'll spare it.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of work.
Well, yeah, but you'd be saving the world.
Uh-huh. Well, I got that part, but what's in it for me?
With 13 episodes and only 4 airing in the States, God, the Devil, and Bob came and went in a flash, but its irreverent humor and unique premise make it quite timeless. Boasting clever writing, weirdly likable characters, and tons of laugh-out-loud humor, God, the Devil, and Bob deserves to be remembered and watched.
Oh, gee, I didn't realize.
How could you forget? You've only known me since, what, the beginning of time?
2001. The Oblongs. As Western animation has advanced, creators have experimented with more and more unorthodox character designs. One show that thoroughly incorporated a big stylistic risk into its premise was The Oblongs.
Now come on, you'll miss the bus.
Good! I hate that stupid little bus. Why do I have to go to a school for psychos?
Whoa, Nellie. It's not a school for psychos. It's a school for the pathologically high-spirited.
Soaked in social commentary and packed with creative designs, The Oblongs follows a family who lives within a poor part of town that's directly and negatively impacted by the rich.
This is really gonna keep your mind off smoking and drinking. Did I tell you Willie's big and black and quite the inspirational leader?
100 times, Bob.
There he is. He's a good friend. Yo, Willie, woohoo, sup?
What the hell is that?
While most of the humor is relatively typical for this type of animated early 2000s sitcom, The Oblongs takes risks that most shows avoid. Between this and Undergrads, 2001 was a good year for forgotten cartoons. 2002. Fillmore. When there's a case to be solved at X middle school, the safety patrol are the ones to call. Fillmore is just an awesome cop procedural, one that manages to parody the genre while still weaving together genuinely interesting mysteries.
Stainless. Very catchy.
A painting crew finished up in here around lunch yesterday. They propped open the door for ventilation. It was open all night.
So it could be anybody.
At the heart of the series are the duo of badass Cornelius Fillmore and the typically calm and collected Ingrid Third. Both characters bounce off each other extremely well. Fillmore lasted for 2 consistently great seasons, and the episodes are still an easy sit nearly 2 decades after their release.
Oh, looks like you got me. Psych! Hey, Tony, going somewhere? Fillmore, my favorite friend. Feelings mutual.
It's a shame this funny gem doesn't get more attention. 2003. Evil Concarnate. Originally starting as one half of Grim and Evil, Evil Concarnate eventually split off to do its own thing. However, the cartoon was completely overshadowed by the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I'm too late. You'll have to stay in bed until stomach is better.
Stay in bed? But I have to rule the world and promote evil!
Although it doesn't quite reach the heights of its legendary sibling, Evil Concarnate delivers much of the same type of humor that defines Billy and Mandy. Evil Concarnate takes supervillainy and quests for world domination and makes them hilarious. It's packed with quirky and over-the-top characters like Hector, Dr. Ghastly, and General Scar.
General Scar will be put in charge of Boscov's re-education, which will include lots of yelling, teasing, and poking with sticks.
I'm really going to enjoy this.
Although it didn't last long, any Billy and Mandy fans should consider Evil Concarnate a must-watch. 2004. Maya and Miguel. Despite lasting for 5 seasons, this PBS and Nickelodeon series has become rather forgotten over the years. Ahead of its time in many ways, Maya and Miguel focuses on delivering an educational and entertaining look into multiculturalism and diversity, with its 2 Hispanic leads.
That was amazing! I can't wait for the sequel! I can't wait for the sequel to the sequel!
Touching upon important themes like family and harassment from peers, Maya and Miguel seldom speaks down to its young audience. It can also help its viewers learn a little bit of Spanish. Featuring relatable characters, smart writing, and good life lessons, Maya and Miguel is a relatively mature show for children that has great value.
That is one scary dude. I hope we didn't hurt his feelings. Did you hear what he said to Theo? He just doesn't seem so bad to me. Come on, Maya. He's bad news. Game over.
2005, The X's. This spy family didn't grace Nickelodeon for long, but they had some mighty fine adventures while they could. The X's is a spy spoof that pokes fun at the likes of James Bond, while also throwing in a relatively familiar family dynamic.
Nobody messes with my family.
Nobody except me!
Oh, yeah! You're next, Sparky. Ow!
Its cast features a very solid roster of voice actors, including Patrick Warburton as the patriarch Tucker X. The X's mixed an eye-catching art style with plenty of slapstick humor and action. Since the cartoon does mine a topic that has been well covered by plenty of other comedies, it may have been lost in the shuffle.
Wise, at your service. Wow, real super spies! Being thwarted by the wise is a dream come true! Could you autograph my bruises?
But the X's brings just enough new things to the plate to justify its existence. 2006, The Replacements. What if you could replace anyone with just a call? And now imagine that type of power in the hands of children. The Replacements delivers exactly what it promises in the title. Todd and Riley call in replacements for people that are not meeting their standards.
My sister just gave me a great idea! I need you to replace our baseball coach with a pro baseball player who knows what he's doing! I hate it when I do that!
Then they usually watch as that decision goes sideways. If that premise wasn't out there enough, Todd and Riley's mom is a super spy, their dad is inspired by Evel Knievel, and the family car talks.
Huh? I need options and I need them now.
Yes, Kay. May I suggest the Morocco maneuver?
No.
The Oslo option?
No.
The Tangier two-step?
The Replacements does at times stick a bit too close to its formula, but the show's goofy concept is reliably entertaining. 2007, Friday the Animated Series. 1995's Friday was such a massive success that it inspired a few sequels and even an animated series that feels like it has been erased from history. Lasting only 8 episodes, Friday the Animated Series includes many of the beloved characters from the original movie. Craig, Smokey, and Pops are all there.
Pops is Smokey. I could see that. Smokey, you ain't nothing but trouble. Sneaking in windows in the hood in the middle of the night will get you shot quicker than a walk in the woods with Dick Cheney.
While the animated series doesn't capture the magic of the original film, the characters are mostly on point, if a bit exaggerated to complement the medium. Friday the Animated Series might not be a classic, but fans of the franchise should try out a few episodes the next time they binge watch the series.
I can't find the remote for the TV. So? Thumbs up means channel up. Thumbs down means channel down. Oh no, I ain't about it.
2008, The Life and Times of Tim. HBO isn't really known for getting animated, but when it does, the network often delivers quality content. The Life and Times of Tim is about a directionless 20-something living in New York who has a natural talent for turning any situation, no matter how mundane, into a disaster.
No. Stop right there.
Tim?
I did not rent that.
You sure did. You've had it out for 56 days.
Tim!
That's crazy. I can't even afford that.
I can't believe this.
A cringe comedy through and through, The Life and Times of Tim benefits greatly from a likable lead, even if Tim is directly responsible for most of the awful things that happen to him. While enjoyable from the start, seasons 2 and 3 are especially great, with most episodes delivering belly laughs by the dozen. And did we mention this forgotten series features the hilarious Nick Kroll?
Helen thought Tim was a bum, so she attacked him in self-defense.
Well, good God, look at him. That's totally understandable.
2009, Have a Laugh. Now, for one of Disney's more baffling projects. Have a Laugh takes some of Mickey Mouse's iconic cartoons and edits them down to roughly 3 minutes, turning shorts into super shorts. The DVD sets of this series include both the normal and short versions, with the latter changing up the voice actors and even touching up some of the music. These are definitely classic cartoons that deserve to be experienced by younger generations. But maybe Have a Laugh was overlooked because Disney fans prefer the full experience. The Blam shorts in particular fall short, but if you're looking to get a taste of classic Disney tunes, this bizarre experiment won't take too much of your time.
Wind velocity, humidity, rotation of the Earth, time of day, temperature, longitude.
2010, Mary Shelley's Frankenhole. Mary Shelley's Frankenhole feels like the show you stumble across in the middle of the night and spend the next morning wondering if it was a fever dream.
Dare I sense some icky sensitivity?
Well, my father and I have some unspoken issues.
He's right here. Let's go say howdy.
On the show, Victor Frankenstein is apparently immortal and created time travel. This opens the door for plenty of historical figures to show up and ask for anything from surgery to a pair of socks. Some of the good doctor's clients include Mother Teresa, Thomas Jefferson, Ron Howard, and Jesus.
Oh, our 11:15 has arrived. Jesus of Nazareth.
I want you to invent socks for me.
Socks are already invented, you fool.
Then supply my feet with them.
Apparently nothing and no one is completely off limits in his infamous workshop. Considering its irreverent humor and wild places it goes to, it's amazing this relatively unknown stop-motion show lasted 20 episodes. 2011, Detention Air. It turns out that a prank, frame job, and cyborg principal can make 10th grade pretty weird. Detention Air follows Lee, a high schooler who gets a year's worth of detention for a prank he didn't commit.
I didn't do it, Holger.
Okay, Holger makes secret face.
But your bag, cabron, it was right there. And the stuff, it's like, I don't even know my best friend anymore.
The student escapes his sentence to try and figure out who was really behind it. From the same network responsible for the Total Drama franchise, Detention Air starts as a straightforward situation of the week type show, but it eventually blossoms into something far more ambitious and intricate.
Cheat? Me? Huh? I just wanted to talk to you about Bing, bro. Did you know who sent the booger thing? And question 2 is D, right?
With 4 seasons, Detention Air offers a solid amount of binge-worthy episodes worth your attention. 2012, Robot and Monster. In this friendship-driven comedy, a robot and a monster work at a factory, share an apartment, have many hilarious exchanges, and learn a few life lessons.
Breaks are hard to come by, so hey, why not just forgive? Forgiveness, forgiveness, why not live and let liveness?
Their fun stories ran on Nickelodeon. Considering that the network has created some of the most iconic cartoons of the 21st century, it's only natural that some shows like Robot and Monster were lost in the shuffle. While the show is certainly directed towards a younger audience, the charming characters, interesting designs, and mostly slapstick humor make this an easy sit for all ages.
Monster, can you imagine anything better than bacon? What about bacon wrapped in bacon? With a side of bacon, on a bed of bacon, topped with bacon!
With only 26 episodes, Robot and Monster disappeared from TV a bit too quickly. 2013, The Awesomes. Marvel and DC are not the only universes with superheroes. Seth Meyers and Mike Shoemaker's largely forgotten The Awesomes streamed on Hulu for 3 seasons. During its run, it garnered a bit of a mixed reception.
But you're your mother's son even more. You didn't inherit my super strength. You don't have any powers except for the weird stopping time thing, but you had to stop doing that because the doctor said it might kill you. You did stop doing that, right?
The show was criticized for less than stellar animation and its tendency to buckle under the weight of its big roster of characters. But The Awesomes still provides wit, imaginative settings, and memorable one-off roles by the bucket load. Part superhero spoof, part genuine article, The Awesomes doesn't always live up to its name.
That's it, buddy. Looks like we're gonna win this one in overtime.
Puck, yeah. Hey, you know, our banner's really coming together.
But it's constantly entertaining and frequently surprising, even if on a purely visceral level. 2014, Over the Garden Wall. Patrick McHale's miniseries is not exactly unknown, as critics loved it and it's generally held in high regard by many people. However, Over the Garden Wall's short run means the show is still relatively unknown when compared to the likes of Adventure Time or Gravity Falls.
What are we doing out here?
We're walking home.
Greg, I think we're lost. We should have left a trail or something.
I can leave a trail of candy from my pants.
No.
Over the Garden Wall follows two children as they traverse the unknown, a forest seemingly ripped right out of the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales. Endearingly strange and brimming with dark whimsy, the miniseries takes almost everything great about the animation boom of the 2010s and condenses it into an easy-to-consume 10 episodes.
Help me out of here and I'll owe you a favor.
Whoa, I get a wish?
No, not a wish. I'm not magical. I'll just do you a good turn.
Can you turn me into a tiger?
No. I just said I'm not magical.
2015, Moonbeam City. On the treacherous streets of Moonbeam City, Dazzle Novak stands as the #1 cop, and he has the mug to prove it.
Sure, you only let one measly guy get away, and now he's running the goddamn city!
Not the whole city, just upper midtown, and lower downtown, and middle uptown, lowtown. Besides, it's mostly poor people.
Despite featuring an impressive roster of actors, including Rob Lowe, Kate Mara, and Elizabeth Banks, this 80s cop parody didn't leave much of an impression. It only spawned 10 episodes before getting canceled. Although Moonbeam City faced fierce competition with shows like Archer, there's still plenty to enjoy here.
You mean it?
Yes, and I know a lot about music. I listen to all kinds.
Even rap and country?
Oh God, no.
The art style is stylish. Lowe delivers a fun performance as the arrogant Dazzle, and each episode does have a few good gags. 2015 also produced Supermansion, another fun but overlooked parody cartoon. 2016, Venicula. Over the course of just a couple of years, Venicula produced roughly 100 episodes, and a lot of them are pretty darn fun. Following the supernatural-themed misadventures of a vampire rabbit, a terrified cat, and a lovably dumb dog, Venicula makes the most of its Halloween-esque premise.
Venicula says he didn't do anything. Something else is attracting the gremlins.
Okay, but why does everybody act like they can't see them?
Because he gets that name.
Oh, he says that's because the humans can't see them.
I guess we're switching to paper plates.
Viking spirits, evil portraits, and night owls are just some of the quirky figures that populate this show. The episode's short lengths mean stories seldom overstay their welcome. Venicula was not talked about too much during its run, but it has a lot to offer.
Don't be cute. Who is this creepy guy?
Venicula. Hey, that's a big guy, wait. Hey, what look at that?
2017, Hotel Transylvania, the series. If an animated movie is successful enough to spawn a sequel or two, then it's a safe bet that a series will not be far behind. While never a critical darling, the Hotel Transylvania series has proven it has a dedicated audience, but the franchise's animated prequel series is still underrated.
Awesome! There's just one last thing you need to be able to do as a vampire.
Aww.
Learn to rejuvenate.
Oh, that I can do.
Premiering on the Disney Channel in 2017, Hotel Transylvania delivers fast-paced humor, frantic animation, and a solid lead in Mavis. The show is a respectable companion piece to the films, even if it doesn't have Genndy Tartakovsky's direction from the movies.
All I wanted to do was throw an awesome wedding that would restore the pride of the hotel.
2018, Mega Man Fully Charged. After a frustrating period of inactivity, Mega Man made his big video game comeback in 2018 with the 11th entry in the main series. However, Mega Man 11 was not the franchise's only stab at modern relevance during that year, but the Fully Charged series didn't receive as warm of a reception as the game.
Let's scram before you know who shows up.
You mean him?
Robbing the bank? Again?
The 3D animated series changes plenty of things from its source material, including introducing a new protagonist in the form of Aki Light. Mega Man Fully Charged produced more than 50 episodes, but that didn't stop it from being wiped from everyone's collective memory.
Should I say it? I'm gonna say it. He bit off more than he could chew!
You sure didn't replicate a better sense of humor.
2019, Tuca and Birdie. A Netflix comedy set in a world populated by animals, Tuca and Birdie shares many visual similarities with BoJack Horseman, but the shows are quite different thematically and tonally.
Birdie, you're 31, you work at a magazine publisher but run a baking business out of your apartment. You feel guilty for not composting your kitchen scraps. You want therapy because you suffer severe panic attacks brought on by crippling anxiety and lingering trauma. Standard stuff.
Following two friends that complement each other perfectly as they set out to navigate their early 30s, Tuca and Birdie is hilarious, insightful, and packed with fantastic world building. The show received a great reception and found plenty of fans. However, it wasn't enough to stop Netflix from canceling Tuca and Birdie following one season. Thankfully, Adult Swim swept in to save the day. Hopefully, more people will discover this brilliant cartoon in the future.
Tuca, are you getting junk off the street again?
No, I'm purchasing consumer goods with my job money.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. 2020, Cleopatra in Space. Debuting on Peacock, this DreamWorks animation series unsurprisingly flew under the radar. As implied by the show's name, Cleopatra in Space follows the titular teenager as she's magically teleported to another planet, one that happens to have talking cats and an Egyptian aesthetic.
Love your outfit. Oh, so retro. Is it vintage?
All right, Cleo. Time to wake up.
Seldom taking itself seriously, Cleopatra in Space just aims to be a lighthearted romp with fun characters, amusing humor, and vibrant backdrops. A show for children that can still be enjoyed by adults, Cleopatra in Space has more than enough going for it to be worth more recognition.
I'm fine, and she's fine, and everything's fine, right, Brian?
Yes, it's fine. That's why I'm making this reassuring face.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.